Well, let's think about it. The MAGA says that because Vladimir Putin respected Donald Trump, there was no invasion of Ukraine during his presidency. However, there are also intelligence reports that indicate that Russia was ready to invade Ukraine year before December 26, 2022. Why is it so significant? It is significant because, in my belief, in my humble opinion, that would have coincided with Trump withdrawing troops from Eastern Europe, US troops, and pulling out of NATO in general. Could you imagine the chaos of withdrawing that many troops out of Europe in general? Could you imagine during all that upheaval that Russia would invade Ukraine? And at the same time, China will take the Taiwan. Because yes, we would have withdrawn from South Korea and Taiwan. Like here domestically in the United States, there would be mass deportation as they promised so many times. The birthright citizenship would be revoked, and all the naturalized citizens will have to be tested for loyalty. They also outline that ideas. So United States would have been completely isolationists, and Russia would be able to take over Europe. No one to stop them, no? So, of course, Russia invested heavily in Donald Trump. Especially they invested heavily in his second term. But at the last minute, he lost. Despite all the help, despite all the money that Russia spent on him, he lost. But don't worry, they had a plan B. And the plan B was instigating a civil war in the United States. Could you imagine if January 6th was successful? Mike Pence would have been, and the election were decertified. In this case, United States would not have enough resources to be able to intervene in Russia invading Ukraine and going after the entirety of Eastern Europe. But we were lucky, because MAGA is completely incompetent. But they did ask Putin to send troops after January 6th. Let's not forget about that. And let's not forget that majority of MAGA would prefer Russian invading United States in order to install Donald Trump as a king and emperor. Let that sink in. They prefer Russian troops on American soil for as long as Russian troops put them in power. Do not forget that. Do not forget that every single Republican politician and representative signed under that. And yes, which means that every single Republican representative and senator committed treason, in my humble opinion, of course.